Hey guys, it's Michelle, high performance coach and lead trainer at Mish. In this video, I want to talk to you about 3 morning habits that you must adopt to have a massive, gigantic competitive advantage over your peers, your competition, and people in your field. Now, firstly, I'm super excited but nervous at the same time to share some of the basic habits that I practiced over the last 10 years, which has literally changed the course of my life, which has literally changed the trajectory of my life. Now, yes, I do get off the wagon every now and then. I do get distracted, but I immediately put myself back on track, because what I've noticed is every time I slack off on my morning routine, it severely affects my mindset, my performance, and my overall well-being. When these habits become part of who you are, when you internalize this habit, as I said, it changed the course of your life. It will give you a massive competitive advantage, competitive edge over people who might be more talented than you, might have more resources than you, or might have more contacts than you. It will skyrocket your daily performance, your daily results. You will get more things done, but at the same time, it will give you the resiliency and the assertiveness that you need to deal with the life's challenges, the life's trial and turbulences. Now, let's first understand a little bit more in detail why we need some solid habits to be a part of our daily morning rituals. We are living in a time where it's really easy to get distracted. It seems like everyone is competing for our attention. We get distracted by millions of apps on our phone. We get distracted by Facebook feeds. We get distracted by Instagram updates. We are bombarded with thousands of messages on our WhatsApp. Emails always shout for our attention. It can make it look like if you don't get back with an email straight away, our entire world will come down crashing. We all have fallen into the trap where we get so busy doing unimportant things that we never make the progress in a real sense. And in the middle of all this chaos, all this noise, our most important goals and priorities automatically takes a back seat. Now, if you want things you never gotten before, you must do things you never done before. You cannot solve new problems with the old way of doing things. If you want to become the Michael Jordan of your field or Warren Buffett of your space, you must do what legends do. Greats like Bill Gates or Tim Cook of Apple or Jeff Bezos of Amazon, they all have uninterrupted morning ritual. But the common denominator here is they all wake up early. So the habit number 1 I want to talk about here is you must force yourself out of bed at 5 a.m. Wake up before the sun is out. The key to start winning your days is start winning your mornings. The science has confirmed that it takes 66 days to wire in a new habit neurobiologically to your subconscious mind. Now, if you never woke up early, I'm not saying that it's going to be easy. As a matter of fact, Robin Sharma, the author of The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, has explained it so well in his book that all changes are hard at first. They're messy in the middle, but they're gorgeous in the end. The problem with far too many people is they rely on their emotions way too much. Understand this, guys. You do not have to get on board with every emotions you feel. Our brain is not designed to keep us happy. Our brain is designed to keep us alive. So anytime you try something which is out of your comfort zone, or if you try something new which is again making you a little bit uncomfortable, your brain will resist it, because your brain is trying to protect you. So when the alarm goes off at 5 o'clock, you literally have 5 to 10 seconds window before you reach inside of the brain, your prefrontal cortex, which is located at the frontal part of the lobe, kicks in and presents all the logical reasons why waking up early is a bad idea. And that's why the number 1 skill you can teach yourself is how to force yourself out of the bed when the alarm goes off. Remember this, the moment you hit the snooze button, you lose. The first choice you are making before you even wake up is quitting on yourself. Aren't you the same person who set the alarm the night before? Now let me ask you a question. How many times you missed your morning workout? How many times you missed the breakfast? How many times you have had to rush through the traffic to get to your first meeting? How many times you have rocked up for a meeting completely unprepared only because you have hit that snooze button? So when you wake up at 5, there's absolute stillness in the air. There's absolute peace in the air. People around you are still sleeping. When the rest of the world is still asleep, you are already up and about to work on your most important goals. You're about to work on your most important aspirations and priorities. Now, this is the time you go all in, you work on your craft, you work on your mind, body, and soul. Understand this, guys. World is a battlefield, marketplace is a battlefield, and it will throw all kinds of crap at you. Forcing yourself out of bed at 5, forcing yourself to wake up before the sun is out is the first battle you will have to win to gain a massive competitive advantage over other people. The second habit I need you to adopt is intense physical exercise. Get a morning workout in. The science has confirmed that sweating first thing in the morning releases a chemical called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. The release of BDNF in your system, in your body, improves and enhances your cognitive abilities. It repairs the cells damaged by the stress. It also accelerates your ability to learn new things fast, improves your overall memory as well. The intense physical exercise first thing in the morning also releases chemical called dopamine. That dopamine improves your IQ level. It enhances your lateral thinking and you become more creative. Now, if you're an entrepreneur or a business leader, you're constantly putting out the fire. You are making decisions and solving problems. When your creative faculties operating at the optimum level, that becomes your biggest competitive advantage. When you exercise, it also releases a chemical called oxytocin and serotonin, which are referred to as pleasure hormones. Now, when it instills the feeling of happiness, joy, peace, when you are happy, you are less toxic and negative to people around you. You naturally have more energy. Now, remember this, guys. You are not making a slightest dent in the universe if you are energy depleted or you are exhausted all the time. We are living in a time where energy is more important than intelligence. You are not changing the world if you are lacking energy all the time. You cannot turn your ideas into reality without energy. It takes energy to convince your investors to invest into your innovative ideas, and it takes a hell lot of energy to convince your staff to follow your lead, to follow your vision. It also strengthens your immune system. It improves your metabolic rate, and again, it reduces craving. Now, understand this, guys. I'm not saying that you have to be in the gym for 2 hours. Be specific what you want out of a good workout. Be intentional about it. Get 35 to 45 minutes workout in, sweat it out, and get out of the gym. You're not going into the gym to socialize or to make friends. The third habit is so simple and so basic, but we still take it for granted. The third habit I need you to adopt and make it a part of your daily routine is practice deliberate gratitude. You are grateful simply because you still walk on this earth. You still have a roof above your head and you still have food in the fridge. There are millions of people who went to bed last night and didn't get up. There are millions and millions of people who would give their arm and leg to be on your spot. Understand this, guys. Being grateful is a great antidote of fear. You cannot be fearful, resentful, angry, and grateful at the same time. When you live your life in a constant state of gratitude, when you teach yourself to be deliberately grateful, your brain releases again a chemical called DHEA, and that is a great antidote for cortisol, which is a stress hormone. And again, the basic thing is the universe will never trust you with more if you don't know how to be grateful for what you already have. So practice deliberate gratitude on a daily basis.